Before starting this video, we would like to inform our audiences that our decision to make a video on Amul was in no way driven by any kind of bias or money. To all the Hasan stans, Arvind supporters and Milma fanboys, we acknowledge you, we appreciate you and we understand your rage. We would also like to apologize to anybody named Nandini. Nandini, sorry ma. Our hearts stand with you in solidarity in such moments. Although we would also like to add that flooding our comment section with would be a tad bit unnecessary. Now let's talk about
Amul cool, chill your pill. Amul cool, chill your pill.
India can't live without two things, a mother's love and milk, sometimes known as the same thing. And if you haven't experienced either, sucks to be you. Get it? Sucks. Okay. From waging internet wars over rasgullas in the north to pouring milk over a Rajinikanth cutout in the south, dairy products have played an integral role in the day-to-day lives of every Indian.
He needs some milk!
Tatti. But nobody ever acknowledges that behind such trivialities lies a history of revolution, rivalry and an indirect connection between the Iron Man of India and the Milkman of India, all gone unnoticed. The thing is that everything milk related in India boils down and pasteurizes to the birth of Amul. And we cannot talk about Amul without bringing up Anand.
Hello, cutie pie.
No, not you Anand sir, I'm talking about a village in Gujarat. It's different thing.
Bye, have a great time.
But I get it, Anand sounds too normal to be a place name. That's like me saying, hey, where are you right now? Oh, I'm in Sunil right now. What? Where is that? Oh, just take the right from Radhika and the U-turn near Murali and then stick your nose inside Ravi. And then you'll see me right next to Pursala Daniel, Venkatraman, Deepika Manoj Khan Singh, Sidhu Charles Padukone. Yeah. Hello? Signal. Anyways, I'm pretty sure you all have a million questions for me. Get it? So let's jump right into it. The year is 1946. It was a weird time when the British kind of stopped caring about India but was still not ready to give us independence. Like Simon had booked his return tickets but was still busy tweeting, I love India. Like any other Indian history lesson, Amul's story also begins with Indian farmers getting screwed over by the government. And hence Indian politics and civil conflicts dominated for the most part, with the British slowly lurking around in the corner.
Just stay quiet, I'm sure they can't see us.
Hello there.
The problem Indian farmers faced was that they were not able to sell milk without a milk contractor. Who was a milk contractor? Imagine any villain in a Tamil masala movie. The farmers were from rural areas, which means that they didn't have enough transport or reach in order to go sell their milk in well-populated urban places. Also adding to the fact that milk is a perishable item. Forgot about that milk packet in your fridge, didn't you? Go check, I'll wait. Expired, no? Proud of you. The farmers had no choice but to sell the milk for the price demanded by the contractors. Often they had to sell cream and ghee at like throwaway prices. Which also means there are places where you get a ghee roast for 10 rupees as opposed to 140, which is what Saravana Bhavan is charging me. What is wrong with it? Such was the state of the farmers in Anand, a tiny village in Kaira, Gujarat. Illiteracy was still high back then, just like now. Bro, fucking high. But they could see that the system was a little corrupt, that the contractors were buying dairy products at really low prices and selling them for really high profit margins. This became more noticeable when the government of Bombay started the Bombay Milk Scheme in 1945. Milk had to be transported 427 kilometers from Anand to Bombay. By the time the milk reached, people were having yogurt coffees in the 1940s. Thoda sa pulip hai. The only solution to avoid milk becoming curd was if the milk was pasteurized in Anand. In their case, the contractors were a company called Polson's Limited. They are basically Team Rocket to Amul's Ash Ketchum.
Prepare for trouble, make it double. Don't milk.
They bought milk at very cheap prices and sold them for very high profits, ensuring, like good businessmen, that the farmers never got paid fairly.
Oh, hello, Satan.
The discontent of the farmers grew and they went as a group to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the freedom fighter who drank too much Complan. Is that joke gonna get me cancelled? I don't know. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel listened to the woes of the farmers and suggested that they should form a cooperative society of their own and that they should be ready to go on strike if their demands are not met. Booyah! Booyah! Boom! He went up to them and went like, unionize your bitches. The farmers were desperate and they were like, that's a good plan. This actually happened. They walked up to the government's front door and said,
No milk for you.
They actually told them all the milk societies would federate into a union which would own milk processing facilities. The government should agree to buy milk from the union. If this isn't done, the farmers will refuse to sell milk to any milk contractor in Kaira district. This is our word. Gaya Mata ki Jai. At first, the government said, Nahi. But then 15 days later, the government felt that they had gone way too long without a milkshake. And our milkshake. Na shake mano? Vara And thus, the Kaira District Cooperative Milk Producers Union Limited was established on the 14th of December 1946. The union would adopt the brand name of Amul much later. Act 2, Korean drama. 1949. The stage is set. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel got his team together, hired the chairman and was prepared to lead the team in times of crisis. There's a reason he was known as the Iron Man of India. The farmers were ready to do anything. But as the saying goes, an Indian revolution is simply not a revolution without a Malayali getting involved. It's an actual quote, guys. You don't know Mohanlal Karamchand? Enter the man with the most Malayaliest name to have ever Malayalied. Verghese Korean. Legend has it that if he walks into a room, then this song starts playing. Mr. Korean came from a diverse academic background that did not exactly prophesize him to become this champion of farmers. To begin with, he worked in the field of metallurgy, while the farmers worked in the field of soil. What the fuck? He was not hired at Anand by merit, but only because of his dashing good looks. Oh yeah, milk that. But actually, it's because there was another Malayali hiring at Anand. But I am metallurgist. Copper, butter, all the same, no? Neither are true. Actually, he was just commissioned by the government under a bond to do so. And he did not like Anand, to say the least. What did I do? Sir, everybody likes you, not you. But then a sudden change of heart and a genuine desire to uplift the downtrodden aided Mr. Korean in revolutionizing India as a whole. Basically, this is the hero after interval in any masala movie. Mr. Korean is literally the Chad father who returned with the milk. Unionize your bosom. He is immortalized as the father of the white revolution, which I promise you is not as racist as it sounds. Man, not again.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Leave! Go away, you stupid shits! Now once it was all set up, the Indian dairy industry faced a new problem. There was too much milk, which is also what she said. This has to do with the fact that they actually derive their milk from buffaloes, which produce, I'm not making this up, 2.5 times the normal amount during winter times. Now this is something that we made after reading this. You're never going to know what's inside that folder. Never. To solve this problem, the Kaira Union set up a second plant that focused exclusively on making dairy products out of all the surplus milk. The union realized that they needed a proper brand name if they were to start selling this properly, and they decided to name their brand Amul, after the word Amulya in Sanskrit, which means priceless. In the subsequent years, Amul made cheese and baby food at a large commercial scale, using buffalo milk, which was revolutionary at the time. By the time it was 1955, the Kaira District Cooperative Milk Producers Union Limited
Why are you bullying me?
1964 was a turning point in the dairy development program in India. The then Prime Minister of India, Sri Lal Bahadur Shastri, visited Anand on the 31st of October for the inauguration of Amul's cattle feed plant. The Prime Minister spent the day with the farmers of Kaira and then expressed to Mr. Korean that replicating the Amul model through the country would bring about a great change in the socio-economic condition of our people. In order to bring this dream to a reality, 1965, the National Dairy Development Board, sounds a lot like, was established at Anand, and by 1969 to 1970 came out with a program that was known as Operation Flood or White Revolution, which again is not racist. I'm sorry, it's The Operation Flood program, even today, stands as one of the largest dairy development programs in the world. That's insane. You should change the name to something apart from Operation Flood because it sounds way too much like a planned natural disaster. Hey, Machan, you're free today? Ah, shit, man. Today I have to go to the beach. I have to create one tsunami and come back. Ah, okay, then we'll meet tomorrow. Yeah, that works. Tomorrow works, yeah. But the real calamity is something that happened on March 24th, where the Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation, which is a thing apparently. What the fuck is milk marketing? Anyway, they were planning to kick out one particular person. I told you this is a Tamil masala movie. He was planned to be kicked out unceremoniously from the unions and the organizations that he helped create in the first place. But he resigned before them in a surprise move. His resignation read, "My decision is in deference to the recent order of the Gujarat High Court on the issue of co-option of members on the management committee of the cooperative bodies in Gujarat," which is the long form. The short form is DRAW. He was replaced by Amrita Patel, his Portuguese. Puerto Rico. Fuck me. Protege. Never mind. Well, I don't know what can be said here except for the fact that Fafda seems to be the new Panampuri. She was a girl boss, alright. You know what she said when she first walked into the factory? Unionize your bitches. But speaking of girl bosses, the main reason why Amul got famous has nothing to do with the dairy products themselves. In fact, it has something to do with the product of their imagination. Cue the music. Even with their initial success while Kurian was still in charge, he was not quite happy with what Amul was. Like a typical Indian parent, he often compared the merits of its rival product with his own and tried to make his company resemble its peers more.
See what he's doing? You better do the exact same things, you piece of shit. You will be the best.
I have the hostages.
In one such case, he noticed that Polson's Limited, I told you they turn up again, had a mascot for their company, an adorable little girl. Fucking what the fuck? How is this not a horror film? Kurian immediately decided that Amul as a brand also needed a face to represent the company as a whole. So they took the Polson's girl and put makeup on her. Hi sisters! Look at this, it's the same girl. Except that Amul girl has no trauma, Polson's girl full trauma. Amul girl emotionally stable, Polson's girl emotionally unstable. Amul girl checks the internet, Polson's girl checks the dark web. Amul girl has a public account, Polson's girl has a private account. Amul girl had a love marriage, Polson's girl is divorced 3 times. Amul girl is in the streets, Polson's girl is in the sheets. One subscriber equals one candy to a child. Guys, that's a joke. What you need to know is that if you are a startup owner, then you need to consider a small girl as your brand's mascot. Seems to work for everyone. Remember this? Kurian had ambitious plans for this charming and amateurly drawn character. He gave the full responsibility of Amul's ad campaign to the creators of this character, Sylvester Dacuna and Eustace Fernandez, whose parents knew that they were going to be artists the minute they named them. What are these cool ass names? Like, look at my name.
Nirmal.
The minimum requirement to touch a canvas is to have a name like that. This dunya is hopeless. These two are also the ones who came up with Amul's iconic catchphrase,
Utterly delicious, Amul.
for which we found the rejected options, and they are Amul, utterly butterly delicious, or got milk, or can I have some cream with that, or is this your buffalo, or we love milkin', or live, laugh, lactate,
One eternity later.
or milk, or you kiss your mom with those lips, or even Betty buys our butter, or will the real Skim Shady please stand up?
Help me! Help me!
Honestly, I don't know why they were rejected.
Nobody appreciates art these days.
So they just stuck with.
Utterly delicious.
Though the catchphrase quickly became popular, the duo quickly realized that there's only so much wordplay you can do with food. So they expanded their campaign into something all-encompassing. From celeb gossip to current affairs, they did everything. They simplified the character design so that they could make a new cartoon every week with whatever was trending at that time. Basically, they became an Instagram Reels creator. Amul Topicals, which is what they call the campaign, was a big hit. It even got the Guinness World Record for the longest running ad campaign in history. Today's 5-second ads ain't got nothing on Amul, whose ads have technically been running for decades now. The Topicals have covered all sorts of news, even dropping some milky bars against Bitcoin. Take it this way, reading the Amul Topicals itself was enough to pass your general knowledge exam in school. Or should I say, skim through them. But if you really want to pass, you have Parotta Act. And I even got the question paper. The first question is, who is going to be unionized? That's it for this episode, but we also have some kurma at the end, so I would highly suggest watching that.
Wicked.
What did one milk packet say to another? What? Hey, dude! Hey, don't cry over spilt milk!
You're so cheesy. That was smooth.
Stop!
I'm so sorry. You've changed too much. I can't date you anymore.
I had a past. They squeezed me. You've really come a long way. You were just a milk packet once. Water and milk because you think you're milk, ah? This is real milk, real gangsters. You come to dairy parlor, I'll pop you. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Do tell your friends about it. I guess, I don't know. Do what you want. Eat your vegetables, be good, go to bed on time. Bye.